What do you think media buyers have in mind when they decide where to place food ads for children?
Of course, their media buyers are trying to find a place where they can reach more target audience. And for the food for kids, they're going to purchase advertising spots, such as those cartoons or shows that are targeted toward children. And also they can advertise through the media spots. Those are targeting toward the parents so that they can purchase a product for them. So in regarding the magazines such as People magazine, Us Weekly, those general magazines are trying to have those kind of food advertising. It could be targeted toward kids, and also mostly they're targeted toward parents so that parents can buy those products for their kids. So when thinking of those advertising toward those parents, they tend to highlight about those how healthy this food is.
Yeah.
When they're advertising toward children, they're trying to highlight on how fun this food is, how fun this product is, and how tasty it is, or showing the cartoon characters. So media buyers are, they're trying to understand the audience of certain media spot, and they're going to provide the best spot for the advertiser.
What kind of, I've also read about like the underlying messages between advertisements. Do you think that there's any underlying messages in children's ads because they can't really decipher like an underlying meaning?
Underlying meaning? Well, I think the visual itself is the underlying meaning, that they get exposed to the visuals of a brand name or the product package, and that can go into their mind, and then they can build positive image about the product. Or some say that subliminal messages are embedded inside the advertising, especially regarding those sex-related images that children don't know, but
they're there.
I don't know how that works, but some argues that those sex-related images are influencing the kids' subliminal preference about the brand. I'm not really sure about that, but there's many people who's arguing about that. But not really sure about those sex-related images. But I say those product image or those visuals through advertising are really influencing the children's subliminal mind. They can engage those good image about the brand. And I still remember the Snickers advertising that I've seen when I was 5. And it was really funny, and that image still influenced my attitude towards the Snickers, which is really positive. So I think the image and the storyline inside the advertising, that is also influencing the kids, children's preference and brand image toward those brands.
Okay. Why do you think that children's advertising has gotten more popular in the past few years?
Past few years, okay.
If
that happens, then the marketers try to sell the products toward the kids or the minorities, ethnic minorities, or in the developing countries.
Okay.
Because they tend to have lower rules over the product selections, and they try to tap onto those less sophisticated consumers, so that they can build more positive brand attitude. So, for example, the cigarette advertising is banned in the United States in the TV, and they're only allowed in those magazines targeted toward those adults. So the cigarette in the United States, those brands are trying to advertise among those developing countries so that they can build up the brand loyalty later on. So this cigarette company can have more customers outside the United States. The same thing is happening for those advertising targeted toward the kids. Advertisers, they advertise toward the kids so that they can build up the brand loyalty, because the adult market is already mature. There is not much of opportunity to build up more consumers, have more bigger market share, so they're targeting toward the younger kids so that they can bug their parents, or when they grow up, they can purchase the product and have a brand loyalty.
Okay. What long-term effects might these like food advertisements have on children?
Of course, the
brand loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when thinking of Coca-Cola polar bear advertising, the polar bear advertising itself is used in many different countries with the same film.
Yeah.
So kids might feel attached to that advertising because it's a bear.
Yeah.
It's a polar bear. They would like it. So they might prefer Coke over other soda brands later on, or right away after seeing that advertising, they can build brand preference, higher brand loyalty over Coke, over other by watching that advertising.
Will children carry these bad eating habits from the advertisements they're developing because of the ads throughout their life?
It depends on the education. If the education is not focusing on the media literacy or healthy eating habits, then they might follow the direction that advertising is showing. But I'd say during the education in the high school or middle school, they do have those kind of education, and those healthy eating educations are provided during the elementary schools. So education will be the cure for solving all those problems. That's what I believe. And the government body is trying to emphasize on those healthy eating education among kids these days, so that they do not get manipulated by those advertising messages.
Okay. All right. Because of these ads, do you think obesity rates could go up in children?
I do believe so, because they're giving those kind of building up those unhealthy eating habits, and for those obese kids, more likely to be the kid of a lower family income, they have less chance to get those education, and their parents also have less chance to get those healthy eating education, so they might be more susceptible to those advertising messages and more, attracted to those promotional deals provided by those unhealthy products.